Hey everyone, Dana here. Let's see if our connection is good. Yes, looks like we're good. So we are here today to do a sleigh tutorial, and I'm excited about it because I love all things holiday, and we're here on the Love Sola business page, so you guys can easily find this tutorial once you are starting your holiday projects. I know a bunch of you have already been doing craft shows and you've already been doing holiday decor. So today we have the sleigh and I'm excited about it. And we are gonna fill it up. And today we are gonna use some faux Christmas fillers just because, you know, some of that piney look you need to get that's kind of traditional Christmas. We're gonna put that, but we're gonna layer it in with Love Sola's preserved greeneries. And that's really gonna make it come to life. It's gonna bring it to the next level. I'm so excited. Yay! I love when people come and join me so I don't just talk to myself, but I do have a couple of sleighs too, Carla, but this one is actually for a customer. A customer actually mailed this to me and asked me if I could fill it up for her. She said it was her dream to have something of mine in her house, so she mailed this to me and she painted it, she did all of that, and I'm gonna fill it, and she gave me complete creative decisions for it. So I'm just gonna kind of do what I want to do, which is really fun to do sometimes because, you know, when you do custom, you sometimes have to have a lot of rules of what you can do, but this one I get to do whatever I want, so I'm really excited. Hey Janice, I am gonna go, she painted it gold, she painted it red, so I am gonna go reds and golds because she kind of started it with this red. Yeah, so we're just gonna start to fill it. Now there's a few ways to fill sleighs with foam, but this is wicker. So although I would usually use that spray foam, that great stuff, it would just go right through the holes. So that would be crazy. So today we are gonna use the dry foam blocks from the dollar store. Yay, Shelly. I know, I'm excited too. You know, sometimes I start these and I don't necessarily have any vision. I kind of just let it take me where it goes. So again, we are going to have a base of some of that like regular Christmas kind of Christmas tree fillers, but then we're going to add all of Love Sola's beautiful preserved fillers to really make it come to life. So I know the sleigh is so cute. Again, this is not my sleigh. Don't ask me where it's from because I have no clue. She sent it to me, my customer sent it to me, and so I just get to fill it, which is the fun part. So here we go. So I've got square dry foam blocks. Hey Deanna, I see your comments. And I'm just gonna glue them to the bottom. I did measure it out. I knew that I needed 2 of these squares. I'm not gonna go all the way to the edge because I don't want to see the foam, so I gotta give myself space to put moss around it, okay? So again, I already knew that this was a good measurement for it. Before I started, I did place it in, but you might need to cut depending the size of your sleigh. I'm gonna just stick that right in there too. Again, I'm leaving space around the edges to fill it with some moss because I want to make sure that, because this is wicker and you can see through, that you don't see foam block, but that you see moss. Okay, so I've got my moss and I'm gonna stick it down in there. Brandy, I prefer spray because it fills it perfectly and there's no trimming and any of that kind of stuff, and it goes a long way, so it's much cheaper because that spray, the can I think is about $4, but these foam blocks are $1 each and it can get very expensive, and that spray foam can fill like 10 different things sometimes. So I do prefer the spray, and I actually had thought about lining this with a plastic bag and spraying the foam and making my own like template of foam, you know, like a mold kind of, and then taking it out of the plastic bag and putting it back in. But I decided this is probably just the easier way to go. This is probably what most people do, so I thought for the tutorial I might as well just kind of go simple. So I'm tucking it down in there in the sides so that you see the moss and not the foam. Sorry, I know when I do plastic bags it's so loud and obnoxious, but okay. Moss is messy too. I don't love it. because of the texture of it. It creeps me out a little bit, but we need it to cover up our stuff here. And then let me just take out a little bit more. I'm going to cover the foam block on the top as well. And then I'm just going to shoot this onto my floor. Now we have a clean spot. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to spray, hey Casey, I'm going to spray this foam here with a bunch of glue. And I'm just going to lay the moss on top of it a little bit too, so that we kind of stay covered. It doesn't need to be completely. I'm going to fill this sucker up, so I'm not really concerned about it, but let's get that. Okay. All right. It is filled. All right. So again, because this has holes, I wanted to make sure that you don't see foam, that you just see the moss through the holes. And I'm, you know, this is for a customer, so I'm going to be actually careful that all sides of my project are perfect here. This can go as a table centerpiece, like the sleighs are so cute like that. They can go on a fireplace, or like on the bottom of a fireplace. They can go under your tree. They can go on a side table. Like these sleighs, you can do kind of anything with them. Obviously, classic kind of Christmas idea. So again, if you're just joining, I am going to do, my first layer is going to be some of that faux Christmassy, what everyone kind of expects for greenery. And then I'm going to like layer on top all of Love Sola's preserved greenery, because that's what I really want to pop, is that preserve, because the preserve really takes these pieces to like a next level. It's not like cheesy Christmas. It's going to be like fancy pants, extra special, preserve filler kind of Christmas. So I'm going to, and if you watched my tutorials, I say this almost every time, we always layer with the things that we don't really care to see, but that need to give us a base and fill space. So that's what's always going to go in first. Then all the things we want to see, all the important fillers, all the colors and all that kind of stuff, that goes in last. So I have some of this, you know, more classic Christmas greenery. It's sparkly. I don't love glitter. Don't love glitter, but I do love it around the holidays because of obvious reasons. Holidays are one day to kind of glitter it up. So I'm cutting my pieces off here of the leafy parts. I did get the faux that I'm going to use at Walmart. And it came like in a little collection of like sparkles and stuff. All right, let me cut these all off, and then we're gonna layer it with the beautiful preserved. Again, this is gonna be kind of at the bottom, so it doesn't really matter exactly what it looks like. My special parts with all the glitter and stuff, I'm gonna put to the side for now. And then we're gonna, again, as we usually do, we build with bulkier greens first, and then we will move towards the littler fillers. So again, we're gonna use this faux, kind of classic Christmas greens here. And I'm just gonna kind of shove it in there. And of course this is bendy, so I'm gonna let it bend. This has a little sparkle on it, but we can put it in now. Oh. He came disconnected. There we go. And then let me take this out. The dollar store dry foam is like super hard to push into. But you gotta give it all your might there. So, and if anyone has any questions about any of the fillers when we get to them, please let me know. You all know how in love I am with Love Sola's fillers, because they really change. I mean, if you look back at some of my earlier creations and then when you start to look at what I've been making since I've been a part of Love Sola, you will really see the difference what quality products do for a business, because it definitely changed my kind of, didn't change my style because my style's always been the same, but it definitely upped the quality and all that kind of stuff. So now I know it looks weird because I'm just starting. We are going to fill it with some other greens here. I'm gonna just see which one I want to start with. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Silver Dollar Eucalyptus in the burgundy. Okay, and I believe that it's still in stock. So if you don't have this Silver Dollar in burgundy, grab it. And I'm gonna start filling that. And I'm gonna get this base of kind of fillers going before I add my flowers and ornaments and all that other fun stuff that I'm gonna add into it. But we definitely need kind of a filler base. I'm a little nervous because the person that this is for could be watching it. Yee! No, I'm not usually nervous when I make things, but when they're watching me live, I'm always nervous I'm gonna do something silly, like break her whole thing. But Deanna, I'm not exactly sure. I know that he's finishing up fulfilling orders from Black Friday. I do know that obviously things are taking a little bit longer because of all of that, you know, all of the orders. So I'm not exactly sure. If you want, you can send a message. But I know that, you know, as of last week, we were asking for up to 2 weeks in production time, but I'm not exactly 100% exactly sure where we're at right now. But yeah, sorry, I can't help you with that exact answer, but I know that wait times are a little bit longer, obviously, due to the fact that we had the Black Friday sale, which was like a great sale. So, but these fillers are totally worth getting and waiting for. But I understand if you're waiting for something for Christmas, obviously you're needing to know when you're going to get those. So, yeah. Guys, I'm just filling gaps. I know it kind of looks silly when you're starting, but I'm just kind of spreading each of the fillers in all the different locations here. Some hang off the edge. Some are in the middle. We're just gonna fill space with all the different things. Hey, Ashley Joyner. Ashley Joyner, did you do any sleighs yet? Oh, Deanna, I'm not positive, but you could always send a message, but do it through an email. And you can ask customer service on La Sola's customer service through email. It's easier to reach that way. Ashley Joyner, you should make a succulent sleigh. That would be super duper cool. Anyone who knows Ashley Joyner knows she does these succulents all day, every day, and they're so pretty. That would be cute. That would be like super modern kind of Christmas. No sleighs. You should do one. You did the cornucopias. Might as well do a sleigh. I mean, you can bring out those reds and greens, you know. All right. As you can see, it's just like kind of a weird conglomeration of fillers, but we have so many fillers that we're just going to keep going. Oh, that's cute. We are going to next week do some ornaments on here. We're probably going to do it in the group because I'm going to ask some of my employees to help me. So we'll have fun doing that. Okay. Yeah, we all do, Ashley. We all do. If we had 45 more hours in a day, guys, wouldn't that be wonderful? get so much done. Hey Stacy, if you could share this in the group, that would be helpful. Kind of a little bit of surprise for the tutorial today. I was preparing it all morning by getting all the fillers and all that jazz, so. Okay, again, there's not really a rhyme or reason here why I'm doing this all, you know, I'm just kind of sticking it in places. Because my flowers and the rest of my filler are going to keep filling in. I've got ornaments and all that fun stuff, so. All right, so do you see it's just kind of a mess right now? So I'm gonna move to my next greenery. My next greenery, I'm gonna use this leather leaf fern, which I think is a great holiday green that people probably don't think about. So we're gonna just keep filling and filling and filling. These are not so easy to get through the foam, so you might just need to put a dot of glue and hope for the best. But once it gets tucked within those flowers, it's kind of okay. But this fern is a nice Christmas look, even if it's not what you would think of originally as like a seasonal. This one lost the tip of its head and I want to add to it so it doesn't look like it's missing a part. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about any of the fillers or that kind of stuff? I do have poinsettias today for the flowers along with some raw. We dyed some gold. And I got some of the skinned as well. I thought that would be pretty in here. All right, I'm just going to keep filling, keep filling, keep filling. When in doubt, you just keep adding more filler. That's like the theme of my life. It's how I make all of my projects. Whenever I'm in doubt, I just keep adding filler and then it always turns out. So maybe it's been a good life lesson to learn for me. And I will be shipping this, so I've got to also be careful about how far out I go because it's hard to protect the really, really wild look with bubble wrap because obviously you can't smush it down. So I'm gonna flip this to the side so I can fill it more to the side. And again, I wanted to use this preserved to give it a little bit more of a natural, more expensive kind of look. Again, I just kind of keep going. I don't really know that I have any specific rhyme or reason, but I do one filler at a time and then move on to the next, especially for my base. I'm just getting it filled. And let's see, next I'm gonna do my green princess pine next. That was the leather leaf fern. Oh my word, I can't say it. Leather leaf fern. And that should be there. This is Princess Pine. I believe the green might be sold out, but the burgundy is in stock, I believe, last time I checked. And that is, for these projects, obviously the burgundy looks great too. Filling it up with this now. Love this, love Princess Pine. Comes in so many different colors. I need a little bit longer stem, hold on. And I have a bunch of doodads I'm gonna be adding in here, so I'm just gonna keep going, keep going. I'm gonna make sure I'm balanced, make sure that a little bit of all my greenery is in all the different spots. not so easy to push the preserved through the foam, but you could always wire it. I just didn't want to waste my time. So, thanks. I mean, it's a little bit of a mess at first because when you do your greenery first, obviously you're just building a base, you know? So we just keep adding, keep layering and keep adding, and that's really the key to getting like a magnificent piece, is that it doesn't start out so pretty sometimes. So sometimes after all the greenery is finished, it's pretty and you're like, oh, I don't really need flowers. But sometimes you're like, well, you wouldn't want to get it. It doesn't just sitting there, Amber, but if you're in a location where it's getting wet or moist, anything dyed would do that. Like any greenery that's dyed will bleed. If you're in a location that you're preserved, will bleed. So you don't want to keep it in a hot spot and all that kind of stuff. Never. Shannon, there's never. No, that's my opinion. I guess some people, I mean, I have brides who want zero greenery, but personally, I love all the greenery. It's just wondering if I should wait. I mean, I wouldn't, because we don't know what we're going to have next year, but also, like, you can just make sure you don't. I mean, you shouldn't get it wet anyway, Amber. If you're going to want these pieces, obviously, to last long, you're going to want to keep them in good conditions anyway. Back to the filler question, Shannon. I do lots and lots and lots of different fillers in all of my projects. I never do just one. I rarely do just two. I at least have 3 or more fillers. I think that's what makes a piece come to life. I just feel like if it's all one thing, you're not having all those textures and colors and all that kind of stuff. So personally, I am a filler promoter, all different kinds, all different colors, all different styles, and I just keep going. So yes, avoid humidity and like wetness, but if you live in an area that's hard, then you might want to just be careful with any fillers that are colored that are not natural. But it doesn't just like bleed for no reason, if that's the question. I'll actually show you. Let me just rub it all over my hand and I'll actually show you. Hold on one sec. All right, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to show you. Yes, Ashley Joyner. Okay. All right, let me give you a clean hand. This is just dirty with other stuff on it though. Okay, see a clean hand? This is my clean hand. I'm going to just go like this. I'm going to rub it really good in it. Okay, look, my hands are in it. I don't have any green on my hand, I don't think. Nope. Okay, so like, it doesn't bleed like just bleed, but it will obviously if you have conditions for it not to do well. But anyway, I am a fan of mixing lots of different styles of fillers too. And I just don't feel like there's ever too much. I mean, sometimes I'll rein it in just a little bit, but I love Princess Pine. There's the purple Princess Pine, which is one of my favorite. That's still there. I want that for the next season. Yes, Shannon, I do build a bunch of things that don't have flowers in it too. So, but fillers are obviously, I mean, my business is called Cascade Queen Designs, and it's because I've always loved the look of fillers being just as important as the flowers. And I think that I don't think everybody thinks fillers are just as important, and I actually do. I think fillers are what give you really like real life to your projects. And so for me, fillers are equally as important as the flowers that you choose. hence the name of my business. All right, one more piece. I think there's also red and burgundy princess pine still there. Hey, Danny. All right, I'm just going and going here, guys. All right, next. Okay, so again, I like a little bit of a wilder look. I don't like it so tight down in there. It's just not my style. Hopefully my customer likes my style. I mean, she did ask it to be from me, so I think she probably knows my style. She's on a lot, so I'm going to do the gold cassia next because I also have juniper, but I would like that juniper, I think, to be like very visible, so I'm going to leave that till after I put my flowers in, I think. So let me put in, I have two types of gold things going on. I have some gold preserved baby's breath and some gold cassia. So I have a little bit of the baby's breath. I'm going to stick down in there. And then I have some gold cassia that I'm going to put in there as well. So now you can see we're layering the colors. Again, I'm doing kind of red and gold. I do different variations of red together. I kind of like it like that. I like burgundy, but I also like the bright red. The sleigh is obviously bright red, so the flowers that we're doing are bright red to match the sleigh. But I have the burgundy filler because I don't want it like red, 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 and then all you see is red. So, yeah. Okay, cassia. Now this cassia I've been using for a while. So I picked through it. So this is not what it comes to you looking like, just so you know. Let me get this all stem off. All of you know I could probably use cassia in everything that I make because there's all the colors. I think I told people to buy the lavender cassia because it looks like lavender. And then I went to go buy it myself and it was sold out. So you all either listened to me or there's a mistake and it's somewhere there. But I was gonna buy myself the lavender cassia so that I could have the lavender look without having break up crumbly lavender, and it was sold out. So you guys either watched my video and all purchased it or what? But when I went on, it was sold out. I was not sold out before I went to California. So I'm glad y'all listened to me, and you're all gonna love it because nobody likes to use real lavender because it crumbles and it's a hot mess. And so you're gonna love me because I told you about the whole trick of using lavender cassia, but now I don't get any. So if anyone wants to share theirs, that would be nice. I shouldn't have told you all the little advice tip until I bought my own, but I gave it to you all first. So, but I was a little bit like, what? Because it was definitely not sold out when I was there. So, but there are a bunch of other colors. There's the darker purple, which I love too, the cassia, that's the darker purple. But today we're using the gold. Gold, obviously, for the holidays. Grab yourself some gold. The cobalt blue, if you're doing, and we will do some of those too, some of the more icier looks, like snowman-y type looks. Definitely grab yourself some of that cobalt blue if you're going for that kind of look. Okay, so we're just gonna keep filling here. See how that gold, we just keep tying things in, guys. Let's see. I wanna make sure I get this side. I wanna make sure I get both sides. Again, this is for a customer. This isn't just a tutorial piece, so I do wanna make sure that I'm fulfilling all the sides, even though it's hard on the screen, but let's see. So let me get some of these middle pieces out that have a stronger stem. I'm looking for like a strong stem, so. All right. So again, we have the gold cassia. We also have the gold preserved baby's breath. So if you're looking for that baby's breath, it is preserved, not dried. So we have two different kinds of baby's breath. They both have beautiful colors, but the one that I have in there today is the preserved one. So, we're just gonna go and keep putting these in. Again, sometimes you gotta ease these stems in. So I did look for some of my thicker stemmed cassia so that I can kind of push it down in there. Okay. I already have my flowers ready and stemmed, so those will go in nice and quick. You don't have to take forever to make a really nice full piece, especially if you just do it the way I do it and just wing it and kind of fill it on up. Okay, all right, let's see. I gotta look on the screen if it looks full. Okay, so that's the gold cassia, the gold preserved baby's breath, the leather leaf fern, the princess pine. Again, I think the green is sold out, but they have the red and the burgundy, so you can use that for sure. And then I have the silver dollar eucalyptus in the redder one, the burgundy. I think it's called burgundy. All right, moving on to the next. Let's see what I got. Okay, so what I have next, I have starflower, I have canela, and I have juniper. But I think that I want to, like I said, add the juniper after I have flowers because I really want it to be visible. So what I will do right now is going to put in some of my fake kind of Christmassy stuff in. Like I have like glittery stuff. Now, you can definitely take preserved greens and spray them with glitter, but I just really don't even like glitter very much, so I'm just going to use the glitter stuff that these people have here. So this is like a fern looking thing, and it's a glittery gold, so I'm going to add those in now. And again, the preserved filler from La Sola really steps it up a notch. But it's okay to add some of these kind of Christmassy faux things when you're doing a project like this because it's Christmas and people are expecting all that glittery kind of stuff. So let's get those in there. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. I don't mind stopping to answer things. It takes a lot to, again, push down into the foam, so if you have the time to like stem some of these things, you know, it's kind of smart. It's the gold leafy thing from Hobby Lobby. I honestly do not remember where I got it. This fern thing, yeah, I don't know where I got it. I wish I could tell you, Danny, but I don't know. Sorry. I do need this on a stem. Break off the bottom of this stem. Okay. Usually I have my girls stem my stuff for me, but we've been busy all week catching up from when I was away. So it was on my own. Thanks, Keeper. What I would charge for this? Well, if you're buying the base, that's kind of a difficult thing because some bases are more expensive than others. So I would say just to fill it, about $65. Yeah, I would do about $65 to fill it because it's a lot of greens and it's really big. But again, that's without the base. So it could get pretty expensive in a size like this, but sometimes it's better for your custom orders to ask them to supply it because it just makes more sense. Okay, so I've got those glittery things. Now I think I'm gonna put these glittery things in. again, I like to fill the base first before I put my flowers in. Again, you're always wanting to kind of give your flowers. Oops, sorry guys. I guess I had an alarm on my phone to warn me about what time it was, but I'm not sure why. I like to fill up the base and get that first because you want your flowers to be seen and you don't want them to like get lost, but you also want your fillers to add to it. So I like the flowers to be on the last. So yeah, it's decently big. Let me just rotate it to make sure I'm seeing both sides, a clear picture of both sides. I'm gonna add some pine cones that are on leaves. Again, I think I got these ones at Walmart, but let me just say this too. I wouldn't just buy like these fillers that I'm using that are really cute from Walmart. Like, they don't add like crazy value to a piece like this. So adding these preserves, you know, make it kind of a step up than just, you know, the fake from Walmart. If I filled this whole thing with that, I don't think it would look so elegant. So definitely layer if you do want to add some of these fun things. Like, you know, I like to add these fun things, but I definitely make sure that I have it layered with the preserves from Love Sola, just so that I keep my quality up that way. I actually want this on this side. It's just a good way to kind of mix, and you can still have that Christmassy look without it, you know, going crazy. I do have some gold balls as well. Just want to make sure that I'm getting gold on both sides if I want. So these sparkly things are pretty. Yeah, you can make like a smaller one, smaller version if you're trying to sell at a fair, but I have to say at Christmas time, people are more willing to spend money than any other time. Like, people don't really hold back on Christmas decorations and stuff like that. Like, Christmas is just a time that people like to have this fancier kind of atmosphere, and they don't mind paying for it so much. Never. Danny, you just never stop filling. I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm just looking for gaps. I'm looking for balance. I want to make sure that all of my filler gets all of the places. And so, I don't know. I just keep spinning it. I don't know. I'm not sure there's like an answer. I just keep going. That's usually my answer, is just keep going. Okay. I have a couple of these things. I don't want the leaf, I just want the gold balls, because the leaves are very cheap and cheesy looking. So I'm just going to cut the gold balls off. And then I have some presents, little red presents. And I have a little Santa ornament that I'm going to put in it as well. So we will do that in a minute. And then I've got my final Love Sola fillers to add to it at the time. It's good advice, just keep going. I mean, I'm not really sure that's the best advice, but it's been working for me. Never stop, just keep going until you can't absolutely fill nothing else in. I mean, it's been working for me, but I'm not sure it's the best answer. Let me rotate this again. Make sure I get this side. Is this one longer? Okay. Let me make sure that I'm balanced. I think I want one more gold. I'm going to do one more gold. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, I broke my Casio. And a lot of people do those like really tight down to the base kind of centerpieces where it's like tight flowers. But as you can see, that's not really my look. I like the more wild, full, loose, organic kind of look. Let me put these presents in. I don't know if you can see these. They're just little red presents. I'm gonna put them on a wire. Because these are foam, so I'm just shoving it right through. Okay, I'm gonna put a little glue and then shove it back through the hole. Let me see if that wire is long enough. Yeah, I'm gonna put some glue on the end of the wire. I'm just tucking those in. I have 3 of these. I'm gonna fill those guys in. Yeah, I'm just gonna put glue on the bottom because I'm not going all the way through the foam. Let me spin it. Let me do one more. I know, they're cute. I don't know where I got those either, to be honest with you. Oh, I did. I got them at a thrift shop. Go to a thrift shop. You can get all the ornaments and Christmas decorations you ever wanted for like super duper cheap. It was like a whole bag of random Christmas ornaments for like $5. So, okay. Yay, Danny. So I have another sleigh that I have, and it's wooden, but it was beat up, and it was also from a thrift shop. And I have one of my Stephanie's, she's painting it gold, and we're gonna do that one too. Now I have this little Santa ornament. Do you think he should go in here? Or do you think it's silly? I'm gonna let you guys vote. Whoa, I probably just broke him. No, I didn't. I do have butterfingers. I'm known for that, so what do we think? Do I put the little ornament guy in there? Apparently he's indestructible because I just dropped him on the floor and he's good. So maybe he should go in there. Maybe he deserves it. I think I should stick him like, maybe I'll wait till after the flowers to see where he fits. Let me hold him for a little bit later. And I've got more colors that are gonna pop because my filler that I have left for after flowers is red. So it's gonna be good. Now we're gonna go to the flowers. Put them in the back. Yeah, Danny, I'm gonna put them in. No, Santa? Oh. All right, let me put the flowers in and then we'll see. So I just got a bunch of flowers. I'm just gonna literally do the same thing where I just kind of look and feel where things should go and fill them up. I know, I mean like Santa and his sleigh, but it's an ornament, so I don't know if that's cheesy or not, but sometimes it can be a little cheesy and I try not to be. That's why I like to stick to the preserved, even with the Christmas, because I don't want it to become cheesy Christmas. I want it to be beautiful Christmas. And look, I have gold flowers, but I just a little shimmer. I'm dropping everything. As you can see, it's just a little shimmer of a gold because I didn't want to go, I knew I had all this other gold stuff going in, so I didn't want to go like too crazy with the gold. So it's not like, I'm not trying to make him like he's the Santa of the sleigh. I just was thinking just a cute little ornament, but like I have the presents, but okay. This wire's too long, let me cut it a little bit. Again, I have skin flowers, I have raw flowers, I have a red flower, and I have gold flowers that are going into this. Okay, I'm gonna spin it this way. Yeah, he's probably too small. Okay. All right, no Santa for this. I'm gonna leave my poinsettia for last because they kind of lay flat, so I wanna fill in my bigger gaps with these bigger flowers. Let me add some glue to this guy so I can just kind of slide them in there and not worry about getting them in the foam. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. Some of these stems are just a little too long. And then I keep cutting them and then I make them too small, so. Let's see. I have some other red stuff in there. We'll see. Well, let me get my flowers in first and we will see what we think. I love these flowers for Christmas. Look at these ones. I don't know the names of all the newer ones, but they are all there. And you can search on lovesellowflowers.com. You can search new. There's a tab, you know, when you click down on the left and you do a drop down box. You can do a search and it just says new. So that if you're like, you know what, I've got all the regular basic flowers that we've always been working with, but I really want to try some new ones. We have the tab there for you so that you don't have to go searching around figuring out which is the new ones, which are not, which is nice. Even when I fill up my carts, I've been using that new tab to easily find new stuff. Because we all like new stuff. Some roses. I hope this is you can see this well. Okay, I'm gonna turn again. I'm not needing too many more flowers, to be honest with you. But let me just keep going anyway. I do have the red ones I'm gonna add, like I said, at the end. So right now I'm just trying to fill with the raw and the skinned and the gold. And then my poinsettias are gonna come at the very end. This is so cute. This is a majestic. One of my new favorite flowers. Very pretty. I like it for the holidays because of the shape. It kind of looks like a pine cone shape a little bit. What do we think so far, guys? Pretty, huh? Wait till I get a picture because the lighting's always a little bit weird. Let me see. I'm gonna put one more of these in, and then I'm gonna go for the red poinsettia in there. I love the gold Caspia and what it did. Everyone needs a little baby's breath in their life when they're doing more of this elegant look. So let me tuck these poinsettias in here. That's fine. I don't want to break them, so you gotta be gentle because they're a little bit more delicate. Some of these wires are not 18 gauge, and that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble because they were old wires, but let me just glue it right on in. It'll catch on there. Okay, so I'm adding my red poinsettia. So pretty. Last I checked, the poinsettia were still available. Obviously, they're only seasonal. Get them while you can. So I think once they're sold out, they're sold out. So don't miss on the opportunity to have poinsettia. I'm just going to tuck these evenly around so that we have pops of red in different places, but I also have some red filler. So alright, what do you guys think so far? Does it look balanced? That's always my major concern, is that especially while I'm building on a video, that I'm like balanced. I'm not like focusing on one side or not. Tilt it a little bit to the side. Okay. Just I'll make sure that I have red in the right spots. Here. Okay, I'm gonna turn it. You love it? Thank God. You don't want to ever have this. I'm always, like I said, worried that I'm building like to one side or something because of the video. Facing you. I've already moved it because you're on a delay. Do you know which side that meant? Oh. Yeah, I'm sliding them all in. Sneaking them in there. Okay. I do still have red filler, so I don't need to go crazy, crazy, crazy. But all right, I will keep flipping it and hopefully find the side that you're talking about. Like down here. Let's see. Let's hit. I can put one where the handle is, but I don't want it to be obnoxiously done there. Oh, I got it. Okay, well, let me just put one in here while I'm at it. Okay. All right. This thing is getting big. All right. Whew. Okay, I have 2 more fillers. No, I have 3 more fillers. I have 3 more fillers. I have a lot of fillers, guys. Okay, next filler is the Blueberry Juniper. My favorite holiday one, of course, because nothing says holiday like juniper. I'm gonna have these like poking out. This is why I didn't put it down and below, because I didn't want them to get like hidden. So I'm putting these up nice and high, and I'm just gluing and tucking. Okay. You guys need to buy all these fillers. Look at the amazing things you can do if you've got like a ton of fillers. Buy them all. Just buy them all. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go around. The juniper does smell like the holidays too. It does have a fragrance, but it does definitely chill out after a while, because at first it was pretty strong. Now that I've had it out, it's not so strong anymore. Right. Okay, so I'm doing a good job finding spots that you can definitely like see it, because I definitely want nobody to miss the fact that there's juniper in here. Okay. And then I lost my glue stick. Then I have 2 more, and then I'm done. 2 more fillers, and then we're done. Then we can call it a day. Okay. But if you have not purchased fillers from Love Sola, like now's the time to do it, because I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're waiting for somebody to tell you how great they are, I'm telling you that now, because I had bought a lot of Etsy stores. I had bought a lot of online stores, and nothing was as great as Love Sola's. Just high quality. So get it for the holidays, because that's when you can charge a little bit more for stuff too, so you don't have to worry about going faux to like try to cut down on prices, because people don't necessarily mind prices, especially if they're making gifts for people and you're into DIYer for yourself. So All right, I'm just gonna tuck in a couple more pieces around here. These still have the berries on them. The juniper that we have still has the berries, which is cute because you got berries built in. That's nice. So, okay. All right, a couple more pieces and we're done. Okay, I'm gonna go one more piece where I see where I need some balance. And then we'll be done with this and then we'll move on to our final pieces. Okay, let me push this out of the way. Okay, now let me use, I'm just gonna use a little bit of the red star flower filler. Just a couple little bunches. I don't want to go crazy because again, I've got my red poinsettia, so I don't need to go crazy with it. But I'm just gonna add these little bunches in a couple different places just to add a little bit of the red. We also have a ton of star flower filler colors. I love the blues. Definitely get blue if you want to do more of that icy, snowy look. Or if you're doing Hanukkah things, obviously Hanukkah tends to do the blues and silvers. So if you're going that route for the holidays, get some blue star filler and then the cobalt caspia. And then there's blue baby's breath as well. So I did do a video on holiday filler on this page, on Love Soul Flowers business page here. And it shows you some of the blues that you can do to make that more icicle-y look. Okay, I'm just filling a few spots with the red. And then all we have left is one more after this, and then we're done. Some of these, I know some of these tutorials are a little bit longer because this was a pretty big project, but I know a lot of you are doing sleighs. So I wanted to kind of give you a beginning to the end, you know, how to set it up and then how to keep going. So yes, Danny, yes. So when you use the glue, I just stick it in as long as I don't touch it or move it. Sometimes it's even like almost impossible to like get out. So see, I cut it so that they're all the same. And then I kind of just slide it in and make sure that it catches. I do make sure that it catches though. I do actually look where I put it and make sure it either touches a green or a flower so it will stick there. Yes. Never. I love the star flower too. I use that almost in everything as well. With a lot of the new like the hand-picked bouquets that have like no greenery, I usually do the star flower and the baby's breath together. And that way you can really get a nice full look without having to use greens, because some people don't want to have like leafy greens. So it's a good way to fill using the star flower and baby's breath. So, and this red is such a beautiful Christmas red. The star flower that's red, such a pretty Christmas red. Goes with any other kind of Christmas reds that you would use. Certainly goes with this sleigh, which is pretty Christmas red. I think just a couple more bundles and then we're gonna do the canela and then we're done. I mean, I've used a lot of fillers, so this probably, I did say $65 to fill it, but I'm thinking that now that I've added more fillers and all my flowers, I'm thinking you could probably charge between $75 and $85 to fill it, because I have a lot of filler in here And I wasn't sure how much filler I was gonna be using at that point, but I did go a little crazy, which I'm totally okay with because I love to go crazy with the filler. All right, can you see that? All right, final filler, all right? Canela. Those are, they look like berries, but they feel like pine cones. They're actually, like they're hard. They're not like a berry. They're like, and they sound like maracas. And I'm gonna put these in somewheres as my berries because I don't want to use those cheap styrofoamy looking berries, guys. Don't do that to yourself. Buy the canela and have it look authentic and be hardy at the same time. Plus the juniper has berries on it too, which is pretty. I'm leaving it as like a big chunk, but you can pull these off like in little bitty pieces and have just like little patches of berries. But I want to have them as big old chunks. Like you can separate it into like little pieces like this, but I want them bigger. They're pretty strong, so you gotta use like a wire clipper to cut them. Again, I'm just loading it up with glue and shoving it in where I want it to go, and then holding it there to make sure it catches on something, and then I can move on. Okay. Maybe I can use this little piece up here. Well, once I hit share, you can go back and watch it again. So I'm glad you like it. I will do a quick review of what I have in here in case you want to order it and make the same thing. All of my preserved fillers are from Love Sola Flowers under the fillers section on lovesolaflowers.com. And I will review with what's in here so that if you want it to look close to mine, that you could do that. The only thing that's not from Love Sola is like the crazy kind of ornamenty kind of gold crazies. But the gold cassia and the gold baby's breath is from Love Sola. All right, I got a couple more spots. I go through glue sticks like crazy. I'm so glad you guys like it because I hope my customer loves it too. You know, it's always nice when your customer is in love with it, so let's hope that she's in love with it. Especially when you have complete creative control. It's a little bit stressful to make sure that, you know, you are doing exactly what they would like without knowing exactly what they would like. My customer, thank God, is a fan. She's been a fan for a long time. She wrote me a beautiful card and said she would love to have one of my creations in her house, and she sent this with it. So I'm very excited to get to do it for her because she's been a follower for a long time. And I just want to do right by her or not regret the fact that she shipped this to me and had me completely construct it the way that I wanted to. All right, I think I just want one in the center. Oh, it doesn't take too much. If you saw how I did it, I mean, I didn't really, you know, there wasn't really anything like extra special that I did. It's just really having the right supplies, and I think that's the key to all of this. So, I mean, you can have the same exact supplies for you as me, so your piece can look the same. All right, I'm done with this huge monstrosity. Okay, let me hold it back. Let me show you all the angles. I hope she loves it. I like to have things kind of hanging off the edges too. So I have that. Okay, ready? Real fast, supply list. Juniper, canela, gold cassia, gold preserved, baby's breath, burgundy silver dollar eucalyptus, the princess pine. Again, I think the green sold out, but they have the burgundy and the red, so you can use that. I have the red starflower filler, and then I have the poinsettia and a mixture of other newer flowers and older flowers, but skinned and raw for that. Did I miss any fillers? I think that's it. I mean, I said that's it. Like, oh no, I have the leather fern. I have the leather leaf fern. So I said that's it, but like I used like 10. And then I used all the little gold fun things I got at Walmart for cheap. Again, I wouldn't want to do this whole thing with that fake stuff. It just wouldn't have the same look. It wouldn't be, you know, as high quality. So I did add those in just to give it the, obviously the Christmas look, but I definitely used the high quality preserved from love, and that really changes the whole look of it all. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a big project today. I don't want to completely do big projects all the time. I don't want to hold you up for hours and hours every week, but I thought this was a good one to do because a lot of people are wanting sleighs. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy all your holiday making for your craft shows and everything else. And we will be back next week. In the group, we're going to be doing ornaments together. Me and my staff are going to be doing ornaments together in the group. And I think we might do the Christmas tree on the cone in this business page. So I'm going to see what I got for supplies for that too. So that's it. I hope you have a great day. Bye everyone.